future is still up for grabs. Google is the latest on a growing list of potential bidders, joining Microsoft, Alibaba, and the private equity firm Silver Lake. M&A specialist Sachin Shah spoke to Bloomberg earlier today, saying Yahoo is worth more than the market realizes.
I believe this is it. This is the silver lining here is that Jerry Yang and the board don't want to sell Yahoo for fire sale, but they want to sell the company at a reasonable valuation.
What is a reasonable valuation for Yahoo and what's behind it? Our next guest knows well. Steve Schultz used to head Yahoo Finance and is now Chief Operating Officer of Pageonce, a startup in Palo Alto that makes an app that lets you review and now pay your bills from your smartphone. Welcome to Bloomberg West.
Thanks.
So let's start with Yahoo. You've got Google, Microsoft, Alibaba potentially circling here. What would you like to see happen? I mean, who should buy Yahoo?
Well, look, I don't pretend to know the answer, right, to that particular question. But what I can tell you, right, is that Yahoo still has hundreds of millions of users that come to the site almost every day, right? So when you think about what's valuable for any acquiring company, right, they're going to look at how can they best monetize those users and can they do it more effectively than what Yahoo is doing today. Right, so when I was at Yahoo and we thought about the user experience and what brought users back, there's many, many things, but two things come to mind, right? Number one is that it's a really easy user experience, right? People are used to kind of the way Yahoo presents content, and they've gotten, over the last decade, really pioneered that content experience. Two, it's great content. Right, so Yahoo not only aggregates 1, 2, 3 sources, but hundreds of sources, right, and packages up in a really compelling format. That's what worked at Yahoo Finance, and I think if there's an acquirer out there who thinks that they can monetize that audience more effectively, that's the big question that they have to ask themselves.
So obviously Yahoo does have valuable assets, but what went wrong? I mean, over the last several years, it seems to be, it's been in a downward spiral.
Right. Well, look, there's a lot of things. It's a really complex question, number one. There's a lot of things at Yahoo, from my experience running Yahoo Finance, that went right. Right. So, for example, Yahoo Finance is the #1 most visited web property in the finance category. It's the gorilla of the industry. Right. We were attracting about 50 million unique visitors every month. And that's the type of experience that went right for Yahoo, where you have that great content, that kind of 360 view of a user, and delivering them kind of an unbiased view of the world. And I think, that's really what's at the heart of Yahoo, is great content delivery. And maybe we lost our way a bit and forgot about why users come back to the company every day.
A number of top executives have left over the last year, even the last couple of weeks. Why did you leave?
So for me personally, right, there's a lot of opportunities in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is innovative, it's changing all the time. And for me, it was the mobile device, right? I saw when I was at Yahoo, people shifting their attention and their content consumption more and more to this little device or a tablet experience. And for me, I really wanted to be on kind of the next kind of wave of content experience. And I really felt like the mobile device was going to be the one that was going to dominate over the next 5 to 10 years.
And that's exactly what Pageonce is promising here. So this is an app that lets you manage all of your bills, your credit card bills, your bank statements, your cable bill, your phone bill, all in one app. And now you can actually pay those bills through this app, right? Tell us about it.
So we've taken a big leap forward today. We're one of the top personal finance apps in the marketplace today.
How's it different from like Mint?
So what you just said, actually, one of the key things is now I can actually do things with the application, right? I can pay my bills, and bills are 50% of household expenses. It's a really important part of the pie for any given household, and it's a really painful process. Right, everyone has different ways that they pay their bills, and what we're trying to do is make it a hassle-free experience with literally a 3-step process to pay the bills anywhere you are at any given time.
It's $4.99 a month, right? How do you convince users to pay another fee?
So fees are a big deal, as you know, in the banking industry, and I think there's been a lot of attention on $5 a month, and really there's some bigger rocks out there. There's $35, $40 a month that come from late fees, from overdraft fees. And when you have a bill pay device in your pocket all the time, you're never going to miss a bill. You're never going to get a late fee, which also dings your credit score. You're not going to overdraft your account anymore. And having it with you is very, very valuable. And people pay for convenience, right? And they pay for great user experiences.
Now, we've been talking a lot about mobile payments. Obviously, you've got Square, Google, PayPal, Intuit, all getting into mobile payments itself. Where do you see Pageonce in that kind of space? Would you consider a partnership with these people, or are they competitors?
Right. Well, first of all these Pageonce and all those companies you mentioned are doing amazing things for the payment industry, right? It's been an industry that has long needed innovators. So the way we see ourselves operating, we could partner with them, or we could compete with them, to be perfectly frank, right? But what Pageonce has relative to those other companies is we know what's in your wallet. Right, so we can actually kind of go inside and understand what's in your account, give you an understanding of what your cash balance is, and connect it to the things that you need to pay. Right, where a lot of the companies you mentioned don't have that visibility kind of inside your personal finances, and what we're trying to do is actually connect them in a really smart way.
All right, we'll keep an eye on you guys. Steve Schultz, COO of Pageonce, thanks for joining us here on Bloomberg West.